Hey everybody, welcome to this special little video testing out Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 2.5 Remake's cloud version on Switch, which was just released today in preparation for the actual version coming out in February. It was announced. This is just to see what the experience is going to feel like and look like. I really have no plans of actually getting this version. I've got Kingdom Hearts on basically everything else, PS4 and also the PC versions. The PC version, I think, is probably the definitive version, to be quite honest. And I don't have really high hopes for this cloud version. Cloud gaming has never really amazed me in any situation that I've ever tried it. It always just feels like an inferior experience. But let's just see. Let's go in and see what this is going to give me. I don't even know where it's gonna plot me in here. Got our spinning golden heart there in the corner. We're spinning. Oh, here, okay. We got a switch menu. You can use it and try the game for free, limited amount of time. Progress cannot be saved in the demo version. Oh, interesting. Okay. Play demo. Nintendo eShop. Okay, play demo. Here we go. Warning, limited amount of time. Yes, we just did that. Thank you very much. Game will start soon. Please wait. I've got it. And it's important to note that I am playing, on Wi-Fi. On the original Switch, this is not the OLED or the OLED. So no, I'm not hardwired to the internet, no Ethernet. It's just Wi-Fi. So I think that's going to be probably another problem with this experience, but we'll see. Oh, yep. It's not very smooth. Not very smooth. Okay, not too bad. Let's jump into Final Mix. Open eShop over there in the corner. I assume that's only going to be there for the demo. Be quite annoying if it was there in the actual version. Square Enix, thank you. Yep, we know everything. Yep, all the stuff from Tarzan. I mean, I assume this is all going to be the same as every other version. I can't see it doing anything different. The theater is immediately available. It probably has nothing. Just going to jump in and see. Imagine if it had all the cutscenes already. Oh my god, does it? Wow. You can just go into the theater right immediately. Okay. Don't want to play the game. We'll just watch the movie. Hey, that's fair. It's fair enough. Well, always we check into settings. So it looks like they put the PC version. Game is copyrighted work, of course. It is so these are the options that are existing in the PC version, but obviously trimmed down because most of them don't really apply to the Switch version. I mean, let's just do new game. What I'm planning to do is just playing through the first area, the Station of Awakening. I'll probably have to cut the video here and rejoin after the theme song because this is, all copyright and stuff. But it will serve as a good benchmark. Oh, it's very choppy. What I'll do is I'll remove the audio or something. Not that we don't actually monetize our videos on the channel, so I don't know if it really makes a difference. But I know if you stream on Twitch, it will actually mute the video after you finish streaming. So it's not bad. It has some jitteriness to it, but it's not the worst that it could be. But of course, this is just really streaming a video, isn't it? It's as if, I was watching a YouTube video, right? There's no gameplay yet. Now, can I skip this? I can, so let's skip it. Because this is the meat. This is the meat and potatoes of the experience. Ooh, quite jittery. Yep, so much to do. Little time. See, the last time I played this was on PC in 4K. Oh boy, it's rough. Okay, let's see how this feels. Okay, it doesn't feel bad. It feels responsive. There's not a lot of lag. No lag at all, really. I didn't notice any anyway. But there's very much some jitter and some stuttering. Oh, B to jump. Oh. Okay, so you see, the control scheme is the original Japanese, where the jump button is on the bottom and the attack button is going to be on the right. Interesting. Ooh. We're going to take the sword. That's interesting, and I don't know if they should have done that. Was there an option? Now, there might have been an option in the settings that I missed for input that you can set, because the PC version does let you do that. I will check that and just put a note here to see if that was the case. What am I giving up? Let's give up staff. I'm not gonna... This is very much not what I usually do in a playthrough. I usually take staff and get rid of shield. At least in a normal final mix, or even a base game playthrough. That's my usual setup. I always take magic because I love the progression and I love the power you get from magic. Oh, get rumble. Yeah, very good. But playing on proud mode, I always take shield. Take shield and reject sword, because I do want to have that magic point that you otherwise lose if you reject staff. I'm very much a magic-oriented player. So, aside from the jitteriness, it is very jittery, but it doesn't come with the graphical problems that I've seen in other cloud gaming. There's a few games I played on Game Pass using the cloud gaming there, xCloud or whatever it's called. I don't even know if it's called xCloud in that sense. But anyway, a few of the games that I played there... Yep, the right button to attack. A few of the games I played there had a lot of graphical corruption, graphical distortions when streaming, playing over cloud, which I've not seen here at all. So there's a good graphical faithfulness that is good. There's just a bit of jittering. So we'll see. Let's see how battle feels. I mean, that was, I think, what, precisely 2 seconds of battle, but it felt responsive. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, running around. There's no appreciable lag from my input to what I'm seeing. We're gonna fight a bit more here. Now, it obviously does not run at 60 frames per second. I mean, I think that was going to be evident. It is very weird playing with the attack button on the side, though. Now, for everybody who's been watching, or who has watched last year, Pete and I were playing this. Pete was playing mostly, and I was just kind of along for the ride and enjoying him in playing it. But he had mentioned that for him, for his money, he would have preferred the attack button being the circle button on the PlayStation 4 controller. And I know on the PC version you can pick which one you want for jumping and attacking. It is strange to see the letter prompts, however, specifically like just the bare letters, as opposed to the icons you get from the PlayStation controller, but also the circled button icons you get on Xbox controller. Here it's just like all letter. Interesting choice. Oh, now see right there, it actually had the icon. Actually had the icon there. Maybe it's just in that menu. Maybe they're limited on what they can show. Yeah, I have to say I'm impressed with the lack of like any input lag. Like in terms of the controls, it feels like I'm playing locally. Now, maybe another disclaimer, I do have gigabit fiber op, but it's also Wi-Fi. It's also Wi-Fi, so the gigabit is not necessarily indicative of anything. You know, I am limited to what Wi-Fi can do. But with that said, it's smooth for the conditions, you know? And maybe it would be better if I had a wired connection. But aside from the jitteriness, and there's definitely a lot of artifacting there, some video compression. But you also have to think, like, maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay for what they're trying to do here. Friendship, please. Now, of course, pricing is a valid concern. This is definitely an inferior experience to what you would get on the PC, absolutely, and even on the PS4 or the Xbox. This is not as good, you know, graphically, obviously. We're not getting the 60 frames per second. We're getting a bit of jitteriness, some video compression. And it's not something you're going to be able to play on the go. You can't do that because you need the internet. Ooh, that was jittery. So the argument, I think, could be made that it's probably too expensive. Oh yeah, it wants me to go to the menu? Does it? Oh, no, I just didn't move ahead far enough. God, you think I would have played this enough to realize what I had to do there. But yeah, I'll check what the price is on the store. But I think it's going to be a tough. I think it's a tough sell. I definitely think it's a tough sell for everybody who doesn't only own a Switch, right? If you only own a Switch, if that's the only platform you've got, the only console that you've got, then this might be a no-brainer. It's a way to enjoy the series. It's a way to play the series for the first time if you've never played it before. So there's that. But if you have a PS4, if you have an Xbox, if you have a decent PC, I don't see this as being the option you want. Unless maybe something you'd like to do is play it handheld while other people are using the DV, I guess. That it could be a use case. Could be. But even then, I don't know. I don't know if that's a large portion of people. Now, I think one thing to address, I've seen a lot of comments online about people talking, oh, it's a PS2 game or PS3 game, the Switch should be able to handle it. And it's like, it's not that easy. It's never that easy. The development costs of porting something to a different system with a completely different architecture, even if it was similar architecture, it's not trivial. It never is. And if it were possible, and if it were feasible and easy without too much cost, I think Square Enix would have done it. I don't think a cloud version would have been... Oh, I'm definitely feeling the difference between the buttons here, the jumping and the attacking. The muscle memory is fighting me. But yeah, if it had been a feasible endeavor to port these natively to the Switch, at least 1525, I think they would have done it. If they thought that the development costs and time would have been worth it, I think they would have done it. Because I think it's a no-brainer. But the fact that they did this in cloud version, I think speaks to the fact that it's not as easy as, you know, a lot of these naysayers would have you believe. And I mean, this is the case with a lot of games, a lot of features, and you know, you've got a lot of people saying, well, this is easy, why don't you just do this? And it's like, well, no, it's not easy. It's incredibly difficult. It's incredibly hard. But anyway, so this was just a look at Kingdom Hearts on Switch, the cloud version. Like I said, for my money, it's probably not something that I would get, just because I have access to the series in other ways on the PS4 and on PC, and even on Xbox if I wanted to go that route. It's I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is still on Game Pass. This one and 2.8, and I don't think Melody of Memory? I will never get that title correct. I don't think that one was ever on Game Pass. But anyway, for me, there's a lot of different avenues to play this series. That the Switch version just, it's not really for me. But as I mentioned, if your only vector to play this series and you really want to is the Switch, then this is a way to do it. And it's honestly not terrible. Like I said, there is a bit of jankiness, little jitteriness. The frame rate is obviously a lot lower than what you would get on the other platforms. But, you know, maybe it's fine. I did want to check what the price was. Oh, well, there we go. A nice place to end. The demo has ended. So yeah, let's just do a quick look at the shop, because I want to check what the price point is, because that's really going to drive whether so $53.49. So these are Canadian prices, obviously, and on sale $42.79. I mean, is that just what it goes regular price on the PS4? I think it's what the regular price is on PS4. PS4 might be even cheaper than that. It's a bit more expensive on PC, I will say. Yeah, it is. It does kind of make it a bit harder to recommend, even if it's the only reason you would get this, if this was your only choice. I suppose if it's not your only choice, then I think this is just something to pass on, unfortunately. It is kind of sad. It's interesting, though, because this might be a first step to try out the cloud technology, because this is going to be me repeating myself again and again, but the controlling was not that bad. There was no lag in the controls. It was very responsive, and the only thing really that you can say about it is that the video is a bit jittery, the frame rate is low. Well, not even low. It's maybe it was 30 frames per second, and I mean, that's not bad. That's what it was originally, so on the PS3. So there's that. And a bit of video compression issues, but maybe that's okay. Maybe it is. It's very, very much up. Your mileage may vary. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. We're going to end the video. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully, Pete and I will get back to our actual Kingdom Hearts playthrough. But obviously, things are so up in the air right now. So we'll see. Thanks very much. Bye, everybody.